my life in brackets. I have never lived alone in my young life. I didn't even have my own bedroom at my parents' house. There were 6 of us in a 4-bedroom house. I shared a room with my older sister, and my 3 younger sisters shared a room. The only one who got their own room was my brother. He was the youngest, and he had all that space to himself. The college dorm room is quiet, whispers of sound coming from other rooms. My parents had paid for me to have a single dorm room. They wanted nothing to disturb my academic career. In my house, it was just expected that not only would I go to college, but that I would go into a mathematics-related field. My mother was a meteorologist for the National Weather Bureau, and my father taught college-level mathematics at the local state university. Everyone in this family goes to college, Callie. We work our fingers to the bone to save the money you will need to get your higher education. Art is a foolish profession, Callie. Mathematics is a sure job with good benefits. Mathematics have provided for this family, and it will provide for the family you will have eventually. The only problem with this grand plan was I hated mathematics. I hated everything to do with numbers. I wasn't bad at it, but it wasn't my passion. I wanted to draw. I would doodle on every tiny scrap of paper I could get. I would doodle on the barn walls in chalk so I could erase it before my parents might notice it. I had hidden pads of drawing paper kept in my underwear drawer in order to keep snooping eyes from seeing. I drew all the time. I would carry my pad and draw plants or animals I saw skittering on the edge of our property. I drew my sisters as they were involved in getting ready for school. I drew my brother contemplating whether he would be wearing Thomas today or something with teddy bears on it. I drew secretive sketches of my mother plotting the weather and my father gathering his students' homework into neat piles. But the brackets of mathematics haunted my life. I was pigeonholed by the expectations that my parents had in those invisible brackets that filled our house. You will get married after you get your PhD, Callie. I pushed myself in high school. I took all of the advanced level mathematics. I did well, though I loathed the whole process. I could feel the brackets weigh upon my shoulders. College is just a stepping stone to a good career which will allow you to further your education. You will learn to balance a career and the pressure of motherhood, Callie. My father once caught me doodling on a piece of paper. I had caught my youngest sister self-consciously tucking a stray piece of hair behind her ear while listening to some lecture on the decorum of a young female. There was a look on her face that was undecipherable. She was a puzzle and an enigma at the same time. I sketched her without thinking, and even without caring about the repercussions of such an unfavorable action. My father caught me mid-sketch, with her face completely formed. Her eyes stared at me and my father behind my shoulder. She had her hand by her ear, tucking in the errant strand of hair. I could feel her staring out from the paper at me, and for a moment there was a sense of transcendental understanding looming. It ended the moment that I felt my father's hand grasp my shoulder. Callie, I'm so disappointed in you. You have better things to be doing with your time than wasting it on some little hobby. Don't you have a test in calculus coming up? He took the paper away from me. I met his eyes, protestation forming on my lips and dying 1,000 tiny deaths there. There was no swaying him. I could see it in his eyes. Yes, sir, I replied. He tore that piece of paper up in front of him. Each rip and tear was a nail